So as I'm sure most of you know by now, the YouTuber Mr. Beast has launched a campaign to plant 20 million trees in response to getting 20 million subscribers. The outpour of support from other YouTubers joining the cause has been amazing. Even Elon Musk got in on the effort. Now, of course, I think it's an awesome endeavor, so I wanted to see if I could put my particular skill set to the test and see if we can't build the ultimate seed launcher for maximum effectiveness in planting a lot of trees very quickly. And of course, because it's Mr. Beast, the first thing I thought of was when we filmed with Mr. Beast, we were using cannons. So, because we happen to have one here, seemed like a good enough starting place to me. So now I basically loaded up this cannon full of seeds, and we're gonna see how effective it is as an instrument of tree planting, mass tree planting. And to top it all off, as if North Carolina needed any more pine trees, put a little cherry in the top, pine cone. Now we're ready. Sometimes I really love doing YouTube. Fire in the hole! I think it just blew out a little bit of fuse. That's neat. There was some recoil on that one. I like that. I'm keeping that mixture. So we're probably about, I don't know, 30 yards away from the cannon, and the good news is, some of the seeds that we're finding are almost undamaged. In hindsight, the cannon was probably a little bit of a violent place to start. Remember, we are trying to plant the trees using these seeds, not just shoot seed shrapnel at somebody. If you are trying to shoot shrapnel at somebody out of a cannon, I mean, there's better things to use than... Anyway, we're trying to look for something a little bit more man-portable anyway. You know, a cannon's not really something that the average person can really get a hold of very easy. You can't bring it out to your field, your garden, whatever, and really kind of plant trees with it. Cannons are big. So while the cannon could hold a whole lot of seeds, the seed survival rate on a black powder cannon was not looking very good at all. As far as mobility, well, you probably aren't going to be carrying around a 500-pound piece of artillery to the nearest hiking trail. So I did have one other idea. Not really sure how it's going to work, but I think it's worth a shot. So this is an AK, specifically our new AKG Warfighter. This is definitely a lot more man-portable. In fact, in some countries, it's even child-portable. We can't say that. This typically shoots 7.62 by 39, but today I'm going to be shooting a blank round out of it. Now, a blank does not actually have a bullet in it. It's just the casing. So it's a casing, primer, and gunpowder, whereas it has no projectile, mostly used for training, movies, whatever. But I think if you put a couple seeds down the barrel, the seeds might just become the projectile. I got a couple seeds down the barrel, and just putting one right there at the end as a nice little cherry on top. Operation AK Guy Saves the Planet. Step 2, let's do this. Well, we planted the seeds. I do not think they survived. I see pieces of seeds. That counts for something, right? Back to the drawing board. So the AK obviously is a big win with mobility, but the number of seeds is extremely limited. And again, seed survival rate looks about as good as my high school GPA. Anyhow, I had one more idea that I thought just might work, so we got on the road to give it a shot. So I came all the way down here to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to hang out with some good friends of mine and borrow their cannon for the test. I didn't tell them I was coming, but it's fine. We go way back. We're good friends.
Who's there?
What's up, guys?
Are you kidding me? Dude,
Give me one
you
sec.
know how much...
So don't worry, we worked that one out. Anyway, this right here is, contrary to what you might be thinking, not a Star Wars blaster. This right here is actually a can cannon, which is an AR-15 upper that was designed to shoot soda cans. But today, we're not gonna be calling it a can cannon. We're gonna be calling it a, wait for it, Cedar Yeeter 9000. Patent pending.
All right, so now that me and Brandon worked out our differences, you can follow us on YouTube over at Will and Ben, link in the bio. It's not that good, but you can follow us on Instagram at Will Ranking, Guns Daily. It's a lot better content. Dude, are you stealing our whiteboard? Dude, come!
All right, so we are out here at an undisclosed location with the aforementioned Cedar Yeeter 9000. And we're ready to start throwing seeds, but we can't just fill up this thing full of seeds and just distribute them to the innocent soon-to-be forest. Because the way the can cannon works, it's actually welded up at the tip and it has little holes that poke out. So you fire AR-15 blanks, like a 5.56, 223 blank through this. The gas is dispersed out through these vent holes on what would normally be a barrel, and it kind of fills a chamber in the bottom of the can cannon that launches the can forward. So if you just fill this full of seeds, you would succeed in probably launching a few seeds and shredding about half of them back into the can cannon itself. Not a super great idea if you're trying to actually grow trees. But luckily what a can cannon is good at is shooting cans. Unfortunately, that means we do need a can, which we don't have yet, so bottoms up. Oh, let's do this. So what we decided to do is use a can as a sabot, depends on if you are English or French, into the can cannon using, a can, and using a little bit of like napkin or something just to cushion it a little bit so the concussion doesn't absolutely destroy the seeds. And that is probably going to be enough to absolutely fling enough seeds to make a sizable dent in the 20 million we're trying to get to. So we have our cedar yeeter filled with seeds, so let's give this bad boy a shot. Blanks loaded. Oh. If I explode, it's for the planet. Fire in the hole. 3, 2, 1. That could have gone better for the seeds. They actually dispersed extremely well. Surprisingly, it looks like a lot of the seeds are actually intact. Like pretty much all the seeds that I'm picking up over here they're perfectly good seeds. I mean, they're not damaged. The other ones were kind of, flaked open or shrapneled out. We had a few casualties early on. I was a little worried about the sake of, the health of the seeds, but actually the ones after a certain distance, they're pretty much entirely intact, and there's a nice little spread too. I mean, that was a good quantity of seeds, so I think we may have found our winner. Best part about this is you just eject your blank, load up a new one, load up another pre-made canister shot of seeds, and you're ready to keep planting trees. So you could actually do a drive-by seeding. Not recommended without consent, which is important. So the Cedar Yeeter 9000, that will never not be funny, is capable of a pretty decent payload of seeds of all shapes and sizes, and has proven itself capable of delivering the majority of those seeds to the ground completely unharmed. And it's heckin' mobile, with a fast reload, meaning you can just throw it in your Tesla and get to work, you militant environmentalist you. Well, awesome, I feel pretty good about that. I feel like that was a lot of science, and we've done something good for humanity. So thanks guys, congratulations, we saved the planet.
Good job.
Awesome, it's fucking awesome. You guys wanna plant some more?
Yeah, of course we do, actually.
Awesome.
Dude. Well done, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, you look great.
Oh, man. I think it's right over there. I'm glad that didn't land on somebody.
It's still coming down. That was actually kind of awesome.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But I think if you put a couple seeds down it, the seeds could project. Oh, God damn it. But I think if you cut it. Sometimes I really like you. Oh, God damn it. Let me do that again.